All right, guys, we are doing a different type of video today. I got some agents on my team. We're going to be driving around ranking places here in Northern Virginia. We've got Mal, Vince, and Peter. Are you guys ready for this?
Let's go.
All right, so we're in Gainesville now, right? Like, really quick, before we go, we are over here by Shotted Coffee and Rockwood. Like, is anybody, like, familiar with Gainesville? Did any of you grow up around here?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time around here when I was growing up.
Peter?
Yeah, right down the street in Haymarket. We're in Virginia Promenade. Watched this whole place get built in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, so what do you guys think about Gainesville? Like, what are pros, what are cons? I have a lot of thoughts about it.
Well, everything's kind of newer, for one, and the variety here is just insane. I mean, if you can think of a department store, it's probably here somewhere.
I don't know if there's a Macy's around here, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, you know, Kohl's, Old Navy, Lowe's, exactly. Target, Home Goods, Best Buy, and then every fast food restaurant, some really good one-of-one restaurants as well. So I love this spot.
Yeah, I love that the location is everything. It's next to all the major organs for you to get wherever you need to go. 29's right here. Whether you're going towards Warrenton or you're going out the other way, you got 66 right there as well. 234 is close by also, so that's why I love this place. Location is everything.
Yeah, so like right now where we're at, you could go right and hit 66. So this is what I'm not liking. So I feel like the county has gone insane with the data centers. So what scares me is like all of this is going to be data centers, right?
Right.
And then there's data centers too on the left, and they're supposedly building. There's a big lawsuit going on right now. It's kind of paused, but the world's biggest data center campus right off of Paveson Lane, which is right by the battlefield. So what scares me a little bit is like this whole place is just going to be data centers everywhere. I mean, what do you guys think? And not that I'm like Mr. Negative Data Center, but I think the county needs to like chill out a little bit on them.
There's certainly a lot, and they sprouted up quick. I think there's also one over on University, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
That just popped up, and they're still trying to build more.
So Wellington Road over there is like all data centers now. Yeah.
There's definitely pros and cons to it, because on the one hand, it definitely supplies more jobs for people that live here. And on the other hand, sometimes it makes people want to move out of the area. So it really depends, I feel like, on personal preference. I
would say the big plus is, for me being a real estate, I probably shouldn't say this, but I would say like, you're either going to have that or a bunch of houses.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
like, remember
that's the only thing I think in the back of my mind.
That's
is like,
it's like the Disney thing back in the day where it was either Disney or Dominion Valley in Piedmont. We got thousands of homes built, and then if anybody knows the area well, you know that more homes means more traffic. So there is that plus.
Yeah, the beautiful thing was Disney sold that to Toll Brothers.
Yeah.
So it ended up being housing anyways.
Exactly. Well, everyone was worried about the influx, and we got it anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's another thing about Gainesville. There's always freaking construction going on, or something just going on. But they've got, there's good schools here, like Tyler. That's where I went to elementary school.
Me too.
And then right over here, these are like condos. So those will be like $350 to $400. But again, those people look out their window and they see a bunch of data centers. So what are we stopped here for?
Looks like the field trip of the week here coming out of elementary school.
Yeah, exactly. What is going on with this elementary school? I thought the kids would be in school.
No, they're going to tour some data centers, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what they're doing. They're getting them ready for jobs.
That's right, you know.
But I will tell you, like, two people that I know that, like, couldn't find jobs, got jobs in data centers, making a lot of money. So I'll give, so who knows?
Yeah, that's the one thing, is it does supply a lot less traffic, which we already do have a lot of, but more jobs for people as well. So it's good and bad, give and take.
All right, so now we're heading over to Haymarket, right? And we're stuck in traffic. I like Haymarket a lot, but I think they kind of ruined the look of it when they put the new shopping center in, because they got away from the red brick look, if you know Haymarket well. So like all the new fast food places, they totally like ruined the look of Haymarket, in my opinion.
Vinyl-sided look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a true mom and pop town with train caboose as the mayor's office early in the day, and the first
So
Virginia
you're going back
Bank.
to like 1980 or
Oh
something.
man, I'm telling you, man, it was classic, and now it's kind of just in every suburb situation.
I'm a city girl through and through, so whenever
and you
I
just moved to Strasburg, so yeah,
I
you're a city girl.
It's driving me insane. It's driving me insane. But no, I mean, wherever I move to, wherever I go, I prefer finding a Costco, a Walmart, you know, the places I'm familiar with. I don't want to like completely replace every brand that I usually get in terms of food products and cleaning products. And I find that when I'm going to a mom and pop shop, they don't usually have the same brands that like a Walmart or a Costco would have. So I prefer the consistency of non-mom and pop towns, but that's just me.
Yeah, as I said, the girl that just moved to Strasburg. So the one thing I will tell you guys as we leave Gainesville is I've had like 3 people from my YouTube channel say they wanted to be close to Wegmans. A Wegmans, so there is like Gainesville's got a Wegmans. They're like extremely popular.
See, other people prefer consistency too.
Yeah.
This neighborhood right here, we hung out a lot in this neighborhood.
Green Hill Crossing, yeah.
And I remember none of these homes were here. The neighborhood we just passed that wasn't there. The Haymarket was really like one town roadish vibe. Remember the police station was up here on the right.
Yeah,
and this little house.
That little house right there.
Playground.
Remember when they used to give everybody tickets?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
It was like non-stop.
You go one over, you got a ticket.
Yeah. If you like looked at the cop the wrong way, they're like, get on the ground. So yeah. So what would you guys like grade Gainesville? The one thing I will say we didn't mention is I do like over on the 234 side of Gainesville, there's like houses with a couple acres called Lawnville, Stephanie Plantation. I'm gonna give Gainesville a B. That's and I even live in Gainesville, but I'm gonna give it a B. Because they're just ruining the look of it. That's why. But go ahead. What do you guys think? Mal, someone who doesn't know the area that well or didn't grow up.
For me, I would say an A.
A. All right, Peter.
Yeah, I want to give it a B plus, especially because I've moved out to Fairfax and I really do miss that this has everything you need minus all of the traffic that you get when you get closer to the city.
Yeah.
I'm a little back and forth on it because on the one hand you have some really nice neighborhoods, on the other hand you have some rundown homes, so I feel like this could be a good playground for investors to come into to elevate the whole city. So I'll give it a C plus and we'll reevaluate.
The problem is there's not going to be any investors coming in there to do anything because all the land went to data center companies.
Exactly.
There's still homes to be renovated.
So now we're going into Haymarket. This is what I'm talking about. But Haymarket, I really like. I think though they got it a little too busy quick. But I think like you've got Piedmont, Dominion Valley, which are both nice neighborhoods. What do you guys think? Peter, you grew up on Bull Run Mountain, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. The mountain is the best, especially if you like outdoors. If you don't mind replacing your brakes every 30,000 miles from climbing up and down those switchback roads. And then, like you mentioned, Lawnvale, there's the, old 234 that kind of runs to the Manassas battlefield, kind of a well-known back road at this point. And there's some really, really great homes on a half-acre, 5 acre. So if you want the space, it's there. If you prefer the community, the golf course, you got Dominion Valley, you got Piedmont, and then you get all the history here. You get all the great hiking spots. You get the mountain. You get the old mill. So I love it, man. I love this area.
Yeah, the cool thing is somebody's watching is like we're about to go right, and 66 is right here. So you can just go right on the highway, hop on the easy pass.
And you used to be able to drive straight across.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Now it's a double diamond interchange.
Yeah.
This was a nightmare before they fixed this up. This is so nice now.
Yeah. And then if you went west, you would go towards Front Royal, which is like 30 minutes away. So
yeah, and then you got these brand new townhomes off to the side here that are going for in the 7s. And
what drives me nuts is they named that Crossroads Village, and there's already a Crossroads Village. So I don't know. They need to let me name these places.
Getting extra creative on us here.
Yeah, exactly.
Prevent exits that are called Frying Pan Road.
Who would not like Gainesville or Haymarket? I would say if you're like single looking for a party scene.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have a car, you're definitely not gonna like Gainesville and Haymarket.
No, I feel like places like Alexandria would fit that better.
Yeah, get closer to Reston, Ashburn, if that's kind of your
Ashburn, I don't think really would have much nightlife either.
I mean, you got One Loudoun there, which is pretty decent.
But without a car, that would be pretty
It's
difficult
quick access to
pull
further nightlife as well. You're a lot closer
you got
to
that
DC.
silver line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to use your car.
Fair.
Anything like that. This area, this is areas way
This
more
area you might as well get a damn
home.
car right now.
Yeah, you need a car for a lot of these areas to access a lot of things, especially if you live down 15. So, Yeah, you definitely need a car around here, but it's more suited toward families, it seems like.
Yeah, I would say
Absolutely.
people don't really move from here that often. Like, I don't ever remember people being like, I'm moving here and moving to Fairfax or anything like that. Like, most people just stay. And then you've got the hospital, too, right up here, which is nice.
Yeah, it's got a lot to offer as well.
Yeah, they're actually building a new 55-plus active adult community back here by the hospital.
Yeah.
So what was just that small community of condos, there's now villas, so large townhomes that are for active adults.
Yeah, this is the brand new shopping center, Heathcote Commons, I think it's called.
And my favorite, the first thing going up is Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle, Sprouts grocery store, and then that's West Market townhomes, and then you got Piedmont, which is like a big gated golf community, goes like $800 to $1 million. That's a nice neighborhood over there as well.
Yeah, now every time you see lot get cleared, you're just wondering if it's going to be a data center. So
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
re-echo that, we're all kind of raising an eyebrow going, what's this about?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I literally just saw something yesterday where Elon Musk and this guy were talking how in 5 years they think they're going to put him in space.
Okay.
Yeah, the data centers.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah, because they're going to be able to like keep cooled and stuff like
Until
that.
they come
That's
right.
fair.
Yeah, that would suck.
Well, other countries
Well, you
put
go
them
through the
below ground.
atmosphere, it really burns it up, I think.
I guess.
Yeah. We'll find out, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, I'll be trying to
Other
do my...
countries put them below ground because it's already a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
But I'm sure, that obviously is going to cost a lot of money as well.
Yeah. They go pretty deep in the ground, I think, right now.
We'll be doing land deals on the moon in no time.
Yeah. That's one, if anybody, that's one where you can complain about the distance. I'm going to show a lot on the moon tonight.
I'll tell you what, you'll absolutely love this area if you love the golf. Golf and wine, that's what this area is all
golf and
about.
wine. That's not a good combo, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, golf and wine.
Wife's at the clubhouse, you're out on the course. It's a perfect combination.
Yeah, so my brother just moved into Dominion Valley. He really likes it a lot. I like having a little bit more space, but that neighborhood's really nice. They got their own shopping center. That's like one of the original golf course communities, I would say. They built that thing for 20 years, I bet, that neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, and could have been,
that would've been a
giant
Disney spot.
mouse ears sticking up over the trees here, but instead it's all these houses. So.
Yeah.
And then we just we got Dominion Valley High School up here on the right. We just passed Mountain View Elementary.
Battlefield.
Battlefield.
Yeah,
What
come
did I
on,
say?
Come on, what are you? Dominion Valley High School. What are you?
Battlefield High School up
Maybe
here.
he is drinking wine right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Get my second cup of coffee. Sorry about that.
So now we're like, I'm gonna head towards Loudoun this way. So, Mal, do you have any idea where we're at right now?
Do I have what?
Do you have any idea where we're at right now?
No.
Okay.
I just know we're facing mountains, so when you say we're going to Loudoun, I'm like, are we?
Yeah.
I will say the biggest con for me living in this area is traveling to Leesburg going this way.
Yes, that road sucks.
The road is just horrible. Just
Yeah.
one lane. They have to expand it. But then that'll obviously come with its own, everything else that you have to deal with them widening it.
Well, it's actually been a huge point of contention. It's a historic highway, so they don't want any widening of the road. Same with 234 I mentioned earlier, going this way. If you do anything, you have to dig first. Make sure there's no artifacts. It's a big historical snafu to try and do anything here. So
I think that's pretty much going out the window, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I think now
at this
with the,
point.
with the amount of money in data centers, I don't think they care.
Yeah. Or
They're
they
like,
can-
move those
they'll
bodies
just
the other
pay.
way.
They'll just pay to get it done. No big deal.
Exactly.
Grandpapa.
Yeah.
You got James Long Park right here. This is where I grew up, and this is my favorite part of Haymarket because it's just so secluded, plenty of space. Traffic's never that bad, despite what Vince thinks. This gets a little tricky in rush hour, but it still moves.
I feel like with how transient Northern Virginia is, everywhere gets tricky during rush hour.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty much given. I think you're totally right, Mal.
When I moved to Strasburg, I thought that the two-lane section of 66 was going to be an easy drive home because barely anyone ever lives out there. But I found out just how many people actually live out there because leaving the office at 5 p.m. is a nightmare.
Yeah, you get all those tractor trailers out there.
Oh my gosh, man.
And as soon as one of them jackknifes, it's all over.
I thought the police, I thought it was illegal for them to go super slow in the left lane. Am I crazy to think that? On 81, they do that.
Fake car.
They do that all the time. The tractor trailers. I thought they couldn't do that.
Yeah, they're only supposed to pass in the left lane.
Yeah,
So
they'll take forever.
Yeah, if they get caught riding, they can't get pulled over.
It takes so much for them to speed back up. They slow down coming up on the one in front of them. Then they get over, and then they might as well just jump back over because they're going too slow now.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question for you guys. If someone was like, they're priced out of Northern Virginia, which is a lot of people, like, where would you guys recommend? I'm gonna throw out either options, like Fredericksburg, Culpeper, Winchester area,
Stafford.
Front Royal area. What would you guys do?
I would 100% go to Culpeper.
Culpeper?
Culpeper
Okay.
would be my choice. I like it out there. I used to live there before, and there's a lot to do. There's a lot of historic things as well that you can do. Good wineries as well. But the only con is getting back to the area is like at least 45 minutes back to Gainesville. But it's an easy drive at least.
Yeah. The cool thing is too, you're only like 30 minutes from Lake Anna. If you were like out there, right? 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Lake of the Woods isn't far as well.
Yeah, super nice area.
Yeah, so you could get, what is like a starter home there? 400 probably now in Culpeper?
I think so, yeah.
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 Around about 400 new homes.
Yeah, even in the high threes, a decent home.
Yeah, the only thing that stinks is once you get to Warrenton on 29. Like the traffic.
Sometimes there can be a buildup of traffic, but having lived in Culpeper and worked in Warrenton, most days it's a breeze.
Nice.
It's not really that bad. The only bad part is, when I used to get off at 5, you drive down 29 towards Culpeper and the sun is setting right in your direction. So everyone kind of slows down for that because it's hard to see. But other than that, it's fairly easy.
Yeah,
What do you say, Peter?
I go the opposite direction because I would go towards Front Royal, out towards Winchester, because speaking of traffic, and when you're talking about Culpeper, Bealeton, Warrenton, your option really kind of is just Route 29, whereas heading up towards Front Royal, heading up towards Winchester, you get 66, you get Route 7, you get 17. So there's a couple of different ways. You got 55 that goes all the way up there. So you do have 4 or 5 options to kind of get around people if you need to. And again, I think I just have a different aesthetic than most people. I really do like my space. I like the country.
That's cool because you live in Falls Church.
Yeah, exactly. I'll talk to my wife about this later today.
You guys are talking about where you like opposite of where you all live. That's like me saying I love living in the big city.
The things we do for love,
Yeah, exactly.
The things we do for love.
That's true.
Nah, she likes it too. My wife grew up in Roanoke, so we actually are planning on buying a house out this way in the next couple of years.
Yeah, see, we moved to Gainesville because of the ease of access for everything,
Yeah.
Our parents, her parents live in Marshall. My parents live in Quantico and Baltimore. So, it's a lot quicker to get to Maryland than it is from Culpeper, driving all that extra time. And then if there is traffic on 29, like you said, it's the only route up. So,
right.
Until you get to 66, that's all you have to deal with. And sometimes that can be a pain.
Yes, for sure.
But we are, when we do buy a house, we're going to move back to Culpeper just because it's for what it is, the drive is easy enough to where it makes sense for what you pay for what you get out there.
Yeah.
You get a little bit more land. You like your privacy to be secluded. You get that. You get a nice home. I think it's all personal preference. But for me, my only con would be like having well and septic.
Yeah, you still do get the historic downtown Culpeper, and then they're building out so quickly right now. It's actually a really good spot.
Yeah, I saw that was like named one of the top 5 beautiful small towns in that country.
Yeah, it's got really cool breakfast spots there if you're ever in the area. Love that spot. Love that downtown.
Mal, what about you? Which area?
I'm actually surprised at their picks. I mean, Peter's pick makes sense because Front Royal, you have access to all the major highways. But at the same time, if you want a nicer single-family home, I feel like Stafford, because you get the best of both worlds. You're closer to 95, but you can still get like a new construction for the high 300s, low 400s. But in Front Royal,
it's gonna be a small new construction, but yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Stafford's still pretty. Fredericksburg's pretty good. It's just 95 traffic's brutal.
Yeah, I think for me, one thing that my girlfriend and I can agree on is that we want to be as far away from 95 as possible.
Yeah, dude, 95 is brutal.
It's every other day you see that it's shut down.
Yeah.
I think most locals, if you were kind of born and raised here, feel the same way.
Yeah.
You're more prone to the west to east traffic is a lot better than the north to south.
Yes.
So now we're over here, getting into Loudoun County. What do you guys think about Loudoun County?
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Love
I
it.
hate you.
So right here is Creighton Farms. That's where all the super rich people live.
Yep.
I got a good drone of that from a guy. So, but yeah, that's super rich. Funny story, they wrote me one day and told me they would sue me if I talked about them. And I was like, I don't think you can sue somebody for mentioning a neighborhood name. That's what I responded with. I like Ashburn a lot, but I like Leesburg more.
Yeah, I've always liked, well, it's been there longer, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
So, and it's just got more history. You got the cobblestone streets, great bars, great restaurants.
Peter's like the guy that finds all the little details. I just love you're sitting out there with like a bird flies by as you're on the cobblestone.
That's it. I'm like, did you know that Leesburg's the only place that has a higher population of Orioles than... No, I'm just kidding. But,
I really thought you were serious, right?
I don't know. I prefer something a little more spaced out. So Ashburn has been my favorite city since I've moved here, and hasn't been demoted ever since.
Have you guys ever gone out to that Percyville area?
oh, yeah.
Percyville?
That's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, my sister lives out in Round Hill, which is the next town up from there.
Yeah.
So if you want 5-bedroom, 3,000 square feet, and you want to stay in the 6s, that's where you go.
That friend-
6s, 7s.
That friend that I told you about that follows you on YouTube, he actually bought a house in Percyville like a year or two ago.
Tell him thanks for calling me. I'm glad he watched me.
What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly. What am I doing this for fun?
I think they got a lot of good food options out this way. Better food options.
Always
than
come
we
back to
have
the
on
food
our
with you
side.
guys. You know, you think it would
Yeah.
be me talking about food.
I like to eat food.
Yeah,
I like to eat
exactly.
good food.
A lot of good
I'll
wineries out
travel
here.
for good food. I won't travel for a lot of things, but I'll travel for good food.
That's right. You got 500 pounds in the back seat here, man. We're always thinking about food.
I went out to get some dumplings last night in Fairfax, man. Said they were open online, got there, not open.
What the heck?
You know what? You should have gone to Leesburg, the greatest
my
town in
God.
Northern Virginia.
But I had to drive down this road.
The other thing, like, we passed it at Middleburg. I was going to go down there, but it's a little bit far up the road. That's like horse country. That's a really nice area over there. Super expensive, obviously.
Yeah, if you want like boutique, you want one of one, you want like crazy fashion, expensive wineries and breweries, that's it.
Horse country.
But you can get that same, like Middleburg's feel, you get that in downtown Leesburg too.
Yeah, so did we grade, what grade would you guys give Haymarket?
I think Haymarket's a little more elevated than Gainesville, so I think I give that one like an A-.
All right, yeah. Vince, what do you think?
I've been around there for far too long, and they, when I was a kid, they always felt like one space. So I'm still giving it an A. Because I live
One
like
A,
right
yeah.
on the, I live right now like right on the border between both of them, and I use them both frequently.
Yeah, my hometown, it's always going to be an A for me.
Yeah, I'll give Haymarket an A because you got like you can either live in the Old Town area, downtown, or you can like go to Dominion Valley, Piedmont. They got the breweries there. It's pretty good over there. Leesburg, I'm gonna give it an A. I like Leesburg a lot.
Yeah, well, before Gainesville got built up, this is where we kind of went.
Yeah, you had
know?
to for
Yeah.
like the outlet mall.
Exactly. So yeah, Leesburg's an A for me also, and it's just kind of maybe a sentimental thing more than anything else.
I'm gonna give it an unbiased B-, just because I'm gonna struggle to find parking wherever I go in Leesburg.
Yeah, there's always a little bit more traffic sometimes, especially I feel like getting in and out of the town of Leesburg. But the outlet malls, being able to go there, find a good deal before the holidays kick up and people get crazy. I'll give it a B.
Did you guys see it when it was Black Friday over there?
No.
Yeah, people were parking like
parking
right
in the
next to the
grass.
highway.
Yeah, people were like parking
Like
on the
right
highway.
off of the freaking exit, they were pulling into the grass and parking.
No
It's
deal is
insane.
worth it to me for that.
Well, they were towing their cars also.
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Well, if you like paintball, we just passed Hogback Mountain, which is
Pebs is bad.
Evs is back there
yeah,
also.
That's
Hogback's like classic, deep woods, sprain an ankle, get stretchered out 2 miles. That's what we did as
I'm
kids.
too out of shape for that.
So you're saying go to Pebs.
yeah, much closer to your car there.
Yeah.
And Haymarket Hospital.
Yeah, exactly. So Ashburn, like is probably the most popular town on my YouTube when I talk about it. So the cool thing is they're doubling the size of One Loudoun. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but you'll see it when we get over there.
I did hear about that, but I thought that was supposed to be like more office spaces, right?
No, it's like ice skating rink, all kinds of stuff.
Real ice though, right? None of that fake wax.
It's probably going to be
Are they
fake.
still building that huge indoor like ski resort?
No, I don't think so. I think the funding fell through for that. That was going to be in Fairfax.
That was going to be awesome.
Yeah, that was going to be awesome. That would have been good. So Loudoun, like they got in early on the data center, so your taxes are like a little bit cheaper. But let me ask you guys this: what do you think? If someone's moving here, they don't know the area. Like, what's a big mistake people make when they're like looking around here for not even just any area, but like just in Northern Virginia? What do you think? I'll tell you what. I'll go first just because you guys are thinking. I can hear it. I think probably just listening to people at your job when they're like where they tell you to live. I think you got to look on your own because some people, you know, I've heard people they'll be like, oh, move out in Fredericksburg, and they'll be in like downtown DC, and I'm like, man, you don't know how bad the traffic is going to be, you know.
I was actually thinking about something along those lines. Like you'll look up the distance from your job to the place you're thinking about moving, and then once you actually move, you'll realize that that hour drive that you thought you'd be doing is actually an hour and 30.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need to realize like what major organ they need to live off of when they're choosing these areas and the neighborhoods that they're going to be living in. And also, you hear a lot of people that buy in undersized homes, whether it be, their family got bigger because they only bought for what they had at the moment, or just an undersized garage, which a lot of people seem to want more garage space nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, generally, the biggest mistake probably is not talking to us first.
Yeah, that's like a fatal mistake right there. The other thing, too, is I don't, when people get hooked on new construction, and they're like, I only want to do new construction, you end up paying like $100,000 over a resale, in my opinion, usually. Not saying it's bad, but...
That, and in my experience, when I was trying to buy a home, they tried to get us to use their lender, and I think it was around like $7,000 for the lender, and it's like, oh, but that's okay because we're giving you $1,000 credit from the lender, and I was like, okay, but mine charges like nothing over $2,000, so I'm paying a lot more with you guys, and sometimes they do demand a higher down payment than the loan programs that are available out there. So instead of doing the 3.5, they're demanding like a 10% or even a 20% sometimes. So definitely need to be careful when it comes to the fine print for new builds.
Dang, we just hit Leesburg. We're already here. Vince,
Yep.
You're talking about how bad the traffic was. This is a breeze.
There's no traffic
It's
today.
only like 10 a.m.
It's ice cold outside.
Yeah,
Everyone's
exactly.
inside.
We're the only idiots outside
So
driving
this is 15 here. This in the mornings, you get all the big slogging semi trucks coming and going. So you can get caught behind on a
Dump trucks.
one or
You're
two
definitely
lane.
going to pay.
Yeah.
Like, how
Trucks are
much
gonna
more
get
do you
you.
think a house is here than compared to Gainesville and Haymarket? Like 50 to 75 grand more?
Yeah, I think
At least, right?
some of them up to 100,000 more.
The airport here is getting really built up, like, too.
Yeah, and this whole area is pretty much new over the last 10 or 15
Yeah.
years. And this is kind of technically the very start of Leesburg. I think we just passed the sign,
And you get a
actually.
little
Yeah,
bit
we did.
more-
Yeah, we did.
You get a little bit more acreage on your plot.
Yeah, there's even some apartments buried back in here somewhere. So if you're looking for a single living, there's even that option starting right now.
Yeah, you can get a condo in Leesburg and Manassas for like $250 to $300. I would say if you want to be a little closer in, I would consider Manassas. We probably won't go through it. I've done driving tours of Manassas. Manassas gets a bad rap, but it's got some nice spots in it.
Yeah, I mean, going back to kind of what one of the big mistakes people can make is, I think sometimes when you get right into the heart of certain towns in Northern Virginia, you can add 15, 20 minutes to your commute without even realizing it. You know, if you're in 5 turns, 2 lights from your house to the main thoroughfare, it can kind of screw your commute up a little bit. So kind of knowing where to avoid is important.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what happens with the condo market too. Like if you're looking at like Arlington, Alexandria, because the condo fees have been getting so expensive. So, all right. So Leesburg, the downtown's nice, and then there's some really like Broadlands. There's some nice neighborhoods around here. A lot of the commanders live around here too.
Yep. And if you stay dead ahead here, it'll take you into old historic Leesburg. You're going to want to take a right here as we head into One Loudoun.
Yeah, I've done a video on Leesburg too, driving around.
Awesome.
Megan on our team lives in here.
That's right. She never leaves Leesburg, though.
No, she doesn't. Not even to come to a meeting. All right, so now we're coming up by Leesburg outlet malls. I am not a big outlet guy. I think those things are like a ripoff.
Yeah, I mean, it's convenient, but it's a nightmare at Christmas time. There's no parking. You're fighting for, space.
You're getting stabbed.
I like it because
it was worth it. I got $10 off this Ralph Lauren polo.
if you shop there at other times of the year, I think it's worth it because I found that they do sometimes. If certain stores will have stuff that you wouldn't usually see in another store, like in your local area. And I'm a bigger guy. I got bigger feet. So the Cole Haan store will have my size. I can just go pick up a pair, which is nice. And
what size are your feet?
14.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're struggling there.
I'll put it up your ass.
Well, Route 7 right here. That goes right into Ashburn, all the way up to Reston, right?
Yep.
Right. This
will take you Ashburn into Reston, eventually Sterling.
Reston's past Sterling.
Really, it connects you to 495, which will take you anywhere, or the Dulles Greenway.
Peter's I don't even need navigation. I just have Peter ride with me.
Yeah, man,
On the right is Mal's favorite job ever.
Oh, God,
What's
no.
that?
When I used to work at the car
Jerry's
dealership.
What's better, selling cars or houses? I guess
Houses.
I know
Houses.
Hands down.
Over here is new townhomes, Wegmans, again. Pretty much everything.
They're still building those townhomes.
Yeah,
actually.
they're building up a lot over here.
They've been building there for all throughout this year, actually.
A lot of people on my YouTube will be like, I ended up moving to Leesburg because of you, because I'll talk about it, and then they don't call me. So you guys better call me if you're watching all the way through right now. If you don't, I will find you. Trust me. I'll knock on your door after you close.
A certain set of skills.
Oh yeah, I'm like Liam Neeson. Taken 14, Chris Colgan. LA Fitness. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff over here.
Oh yeah.
There's no shortage of gyms that you can find in Northern Virginia.
And that's my go-to is the gym.
Yeah,
that's what when I move somewhere, I say, what's the gym like? Right, Matt?
Gyms, car washes.
You don't get this body not going to a gym.
Wegmans, they got one of the best Wegmans out here.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Wegmans. I'm a Wegmans fanatic. I
Me
shop
too,
at Wegmans
man.
almost every day I go. I find a reason to go.
He's like Mr.
Women
Wegman.
Women go to boutique stores to look around, see what they like. I go to Wegmans to look around, see what I like.
See, that's funny. I go to McDonald's to see what and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, for me, it's Lowe's. What power tool?
That's your man, okay?
I'm a real man.
Right, Matt?
Damn it.
What about Costco? You guys, it's so underrated.
Too
I go to BJ's. It's not. It's like
BJ's is a lot
it's not
more
on
chill.
steroids, but it's never crowded. I scan everything right on the app on my phone, and I walk right out the door.
Yeah.
No, I live in Falls Church, so I go to a 3,000 square foot giant with no parking.
It's like the Safeway in Middleburg. You ever been there?
Park at your own risk.
It's so bad. Nah,
You got the airport. This is really close too. Yeah.
I used to work at the. And remember, I was at the Infinity store. We had a huge wooded lot behind it, and I went back to get an oil change a couple weeks ago, and it's all gone. I walked inside and said, "What are they doing?" They said they're building a data center behind it.
Yeah. That data centers, they will put them on top of your house if they can do it.
That's right.
If they could do it, they would do it.
I'm not mad about it. Brings more money into Virginia.
So, I'm trying to change the subject on you, but here's the cool thing about Ashburn and Leesburg. You've got the Silver Line Metro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, that's going to be a hell of a ride into D.C., but you can do that, or you can ride it into Dulles Airport, Tyson's.
A lot of people aren't even aware that it comes out here.
No, they're not. Yeah, and I interviewed Buddy Reiser. He's like economic development for Loudoun, and they're really trying to build around that to have more businesses so people can really utilize it. And there's lands down there. When I asked Santana Mall, he told me this is the best place to live.
Nice.
Lands down.
Well, it's minutes from the Commander's practice field.
Minutes from the
You
Commander's
got
field.
Top Golf, This is where it kind of starts to lively up. So this is if you're looking for a little activity, this is about the starting point to start looking to buy.
So it's only what, like 10, maybe 7 miles between Ashburn and Leesburg, huh?
Yeah, they sit right on top of each other, really. It's easy to get confused. You can jump Ashburn to Sterling super easily, you know, and then Reston's kind of nestled in the little corner there. And
yeah, this this road is pretty convenient too.
yeah, 7 is okay. And then with the Dulles Greenway, it makes it way easier because you'll have people taking the toll, which keeps this open a lot of the time.
Yeah, and there's 3 lanes, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, finally.
3 lanes.
They finally built a highway correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
The one they need to do is that Route 50 by
Yes.
Aldi. They need to expand that.
God, they've been expanding that highway since
Yeah.
95, you know?
So now, like, we're coming towards like Ashburn and all of that. Cashburn, as it's known.
There you go.
Cashburn, Loudoun County Parkway.
When you
Peter,
know,
it says Falls Church, 21 miles. I didn't think it was that close.
yeah. You'd be surprised. It's still about a 40-minute drive in traffic from here,
Right, yeah.
which is why you'll hear me say the toll road a lot because I'm all about it.
Now, have you guys ever driven back to the actual One Loudoun neighborhood? Have you guys seen that
The
before?
apartments back there?
No, the houses. I'll show you that. That's
no.
nice. It's crap. So yeah, One Loudoun's like the big shopping area. There's offices, hotels, pretty much anything and everything.
Isn't this where they do the fair every year?
Yeah, that's where the expansion's going.
So this is where they're going to build. This is the big expansion.
Yeah,
we've been
yeah,
talking
you can see
about.
the construction's going on.
I've got a lot of people already calling me about this.
A lot of people call about Ravana. They need to do
I was
that.
gonna mention that when you talked about Silverline.
You know, just a couple that doesn't have kids or maybe not planning to have them. This is a perfect area because there's so much to do. You know, the condos are beautiful. There's so much ease of access, and there's a lot of amenities that come with a lot of these places as well.
Yeah, definitely check out the Alamo Draft House. They're good people over there. They did one of our client parties.
It's a nice flagship.
Yeah, so right here is One Loudoun, and we'll drive up
Bring
in
my
here.
car out here.
Yeah, full service movies.
That thing,
Can't
dude.
go wrong with that.
On the weekends, you'll see people like they have companies come and they'll detail your car. Obviously, you got to pay for it, but you got the Alamo Draft House,
Eddie Merlot's.
You got all kinds of outdoor eating. Right now, obviously, it's cold as crap. They got the big Christmas tree right there.
My favorite bar is actually that rooftop right there. It's called the Hidden Fox. You can't actually see see the title on the outside of the building, so it's nice because it doesn't get overcrowded.
Aptly named.
You are bougie, aren't you?
It gets crazy.
Yeah. Bar Louie still holding strong.
They got one of the last remaining Bar Louie's in this area.
Does that
Oh wait, I guess there is a title. It's way up there. The Lost Fox. Sorry, not the Hidden Fox. The Lost Fox Hideaway. I love that. Sorry.
I had a good time there once.
Sure you did. Vince's all their favorite store,
corner.
Sephora.
Sweet green.
Yeah, so
Beautiful.
we're getting
I wish we
anything.
got a sweet green in Gainesville.
Anything in Northern Virginia built new basically looks like this too, right?
Yeah,
So, like,
this is really nice. They got all the outdoors. So right straight ahead is where the huge expansion's going. It's going to be like, I think they're trying to rival like Reston Town Center is their goal.
right.
Yeah. So this is the neighborhood. I'll show you guys. These townhomes are probably $1.3 million. They're huge. They got like a 4-level with a terrace.
Yep.
But the neighborhood's really nice. I'll give One Loudoun like an A. This place is nice. It might be a little, the houses might be a little too expensive, but the neighborhood's nice.
A+ and S tier, if that's even possible on the scale.
A+ and what?
S tier.
What's S tier?
You're not a gamer. You don't.
No, I'm not. I have friends.
It's double diamond platinum status.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B- for the price point.
I think you just took a shot at all of us.
I did, didn't I? Yeah. So over here, that's like the Red Barn. That's like right up here. That's like the community area.
I give it an A because look at that.
Look at the
Nice
ghost
Rolls-Royce.
Rolls-Royce fan. That's how you know we're in the rich area right here.
You know, I guess I'm like Peter, man. I like a little bit of seclusion.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You know, I also understand that living in a townhome or condo, you don't have that. So if you did live here, obviously that's what you're looking for. Is just easy to get to and from everything, and you're probably really a people person.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely over here. But then these are the single family. I will say they have a lack of a yard. I mean, there's no yard whatsoever in any of these single family. And they're probably big bucks, these single families. Yeah, these are nice, but I mean, if you've ever been inside one of these, look at that. They even got the solar panels on there. So good spot over here. Ashburn's really nice, but super expensive. That is for sure.
So where are you taking us now? We're going to Reston?
So we're going to Reston, yeah. We got a little surprise for you guys. Not like, don't get too excited. It's not that great of a surprise, but.
Before we leave One Loudoun, I feel like there is something to be said about living there, because one time when I was at the Lost Fox, I met somebody at the bar, and when I had to drive my tipsy butt home, he just walked over to his apartment and just called it a night.
Oh, nice. So right here is this is One Loudoun's like pool and clubhouse right here, the neighborhood. You guys didn't know I knew so much.
I know. Well, they got elite playgrounds,
That's a nice
so I
tot
hear.
lot.
Yeah. So Loudoun, you've got Aldi, you got Sterling, Ashburn, Leesburg, Percyville, Middleburg. Which area would you guys live if you could? If I put a gun to your head and said you got to choose right now?
I'd take Leesburg.
Leesburg. Vince, how about you?
Oh, probably Ashburn. For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Someone with taste. Ashburn for me.
I didn't need the insult, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not even. I'm so sorry. I don't have taste. I just, if I'm going to live in one of those areas, it's about comfort for me. So, I want to be able to be like, you know what? I don't need my car. I can just walk downstairs. The coffee shop's 2 buildings over. Get a coffee, relax, go see a movie, all while just walking around.
Something about laid brick sidewalks
and cobblestone streets.
Cobblestone street. It just does it for me, man. I don't know. I just like it.
All right, so now we're heading over to Fairfax, which is like huge. We're gonna go over to Reston. I really like Fairfax City, that area where the Johnny Depp trial was.
That's right. That's right.
I'll tell you, I think an underrated area, which a lot of the Amazon people go to, is Herndon.
For sure.
Yeah, Herndon's not too popular, like when you're searching, but that's a good spot.
I used to live there, and I'm on and off about Herndon because there's the historic part of it, which my same issues with Leesburg. No parking, no nothing, and
it's kind of like, it's similar to Woodbridge in the way that it's still pretty affordable as far as comparing it to Fairfax and Loudoun County. It also needs a facelift. You get a lot of these shopping centers that were clearly built in the 80s. If you're looking for some affordability and you're all right with some beige shopping centers, Herndon and Woodbridge are awesome.
Yeah, usually when I go shopping, I don't think of the color coding of the buildings.
I mean, some people, it matters for them.
They do, it does.
But I'm with you.
The aesthetics.
I'm with you. As long as there's a Wegmans, right, Vince?
Hey, give me a Wegs. Please.
Okay, of all the areas in Northern Virginia, what would you give like a low grade to?
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge, why is that?
95, Route 1, overall traffic, dainty shopping centers. There is affordability, but I think that, I'm giving it a low grade so I can find my affordability in another area.
Yeah. So what area would you choose?
I would choose Manassas Park. It's just a little too crowded for my taste.
Too crowded. Peter, what about you?
I'm going to go with Springfield because...
Yeah, I was going to say Springfield too.
Yeah, it's Alexandria is really nice, but it also is kind of off the beaten path, surprisingly. It takes you a little bit to get back to the main highways, get, back into the heart of Northern Virginia, and Springfield is situated just south. You get the same problem. You get all the traffic. It's expensive. And it also, I think, needs a facelift, kind of like I mentioned with Woodbridge and Herndon. So, Springfield's for me probably the most overrated city.
Yeah, one thing I didn't like about it, I was showing a buyer there that was like absolutely loved it, and a lot of the houses backed up to highways.
Right.
So like every house you could hear it, and they all had to have special windows and stuff now, But they do have Springfield Mall. They've got a lot to do over there.
Yeah, the mall is actually great. I gotta say, they've really done a great job like making that better. The mall, I shop at that mall sometimes, but being on Route 1 permanently is just tough. On 95 permanently is just tough.
Yeah. We got Fast and the Furious driving around here.
Yeah, baby.
So where we're heading now is Reston Station. Have you guys been there yet?
Yeah.
No.
That's Peter. You been to Reston Station?
No, I haven't.
So yeah, my friends at Comstock, who I do some social media videos for, they built this Reston Station, and they got a brand new hotel. So they're gonna show us their new setup they got over here.
Nice.
6, 7, That thing is nice. Wait till you guys. That's why we'll definitely walk around and check that out.
Nice. Yeah, I used to have all of our like conferences would be in Reston Town Center in the hotel there, and used to just like spend every night at Clyde's and hop around. Yeah, I had colleagues that had condos in there, so we, it was like Mal was saying, you can go out for a night on the town and just walk home.
No cobblestone streets.
No cobblestone streets, but they do have brick-laid sidewalks in some places. So it really just adds to that aesthetic. I love so much now.
That city charm.
Yeah, man.
Just makes me feel classy.
The cool thing right now is we're right by Dulles Airport. So that Ashburn, Bramilton area, if you travel international a lot, it's like perfect. I feel like a lot more people are going to national now. What do you guys think?
I don't know. A lot of people that I know travel out of Dulles exclusively.
Yeah.
Including myself, if I travel.
Me too.
I think National's done a good job of offering
A little bit like Florida and like more.
Yeah, they've gotten better.
They've got discounted rates, which a lot of people take advantage of.
Yeah.
Also, if you're someone who has travel anxiety, Reagan National is way more manageable than Dulles. Dulles is huge. So if you like a smaller airport, then Reagan National is your best bet.
I disagree. I think the way that Dulles is laid out is a lot more straightforward than Reagan, but that's just me.
I agree. I mean, I'd rather travel through Dulles. I don't think the layout's that bad. I mean, there's a lot of walking, but I feel like with any airport, there's a lot of, please, just make sure the driver's awake.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than that, I mean, you just hold on to the bar and your luggage and your loved one.
Yeah, exactly. I will say, we got some nice airports. Have you ever been to like Dallas or Atlanta? Those ones are nuts.
Yeah. DFW.
Yeah, that thing is nuts.
It's
man.
nice.
It's really nice, but it's like huge.
It's crazy. It's crazy busy, but it is very nice. They have the little rail cars that are like kind of like right above the building a little bit.
Like the Disney World monorail.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like that. It's nice and comfortable. You can sit down.
My guess is going to be in probably like 20 years, this is all going to be big, tall buildings with all the future plans.
Yeah, they're already, Tyson's is kind of leading the way there.
Yeah.
All skyscrapers. And they build them so fast, it's impressive to watch.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, the hotel next to Tyson's Mall seemed to go up in just a few months. It's like, good Lord. But fun fact, Reagan National Airport has the shortest runways in the nation.
Yeah, I noticed when they hit the brakes as soon as they land, I'm flying.
So when you say you disagree that it's bigger, that's just factually wrong. But I get the sentiment now. You can see that you have the silver lines right here. We're on Dulles Greenway, cheap toll road, part of Reston Town Center.
Yeah, so Comstock also bought this side of the highway. And they're going to tear down all the old office buildings and build that up nice, like they did over here. Yeah, they bought all this right here to turn into that side, like that.
Yeah, see, if you had a gun to my head and said, pick what skyscraper you can live in, I'm going to pick the JW.
Yeah, me too. You see, there's Google's office right there.
Yep.
Yeah. And Bentley's
Probably
over
just go to a tablet on the wall next to the door and order a coffee to your front door.
No. My buddy just got a job there. He lives in Jeffersonton. You ever been there? Mm-hmm. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, they built this JW Marriott, and there's you can live there too. They got a condo.
Nice. Yeah, I think Reston is probably the coolest place to live, if there's such a thing. I think this is like
Arlington's pretty cool to live though too.
Yeah, for sure. I just love the convenience of Reston.
Yeah, definitely.
If you've got the money for it, this is a really fun place to be.
I just love this. Okay, look at that. How does that not look good to you?
Oh,
I know, I just cry.
They're beautiful. They look nice.
Yeah, they did a good job with these buildings.
They're all brand new.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, this is all. Mal, you never seen a Christmas tree before?
No, the ceiling. Look at that.
The ceiling.
Yeah, look how they did that.
There's a beautiful Christmas tree right here.
All right, guys, we're getting out. Yeah, this is like a cool little hangout spot. And then we're gonna walk in the main hotel, but right here is the residences. That's like their lobby right there.
Oh,
pretty cool, isn't it?
Really good architecture.
Yeah.
Bunch of hand statues coming
got the
out
Christmas
of the
tree
box.
So if you guys sell enough houses, maybe I can actually live in here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're on the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's impressive, man. Great.
Yeah, I want to show you guys this thing. That's cool, huh?
Wow, this is awesome.
So cool. So we are in their sales gallery. That's the model that I was just looking at of the whole Reston station. They're nice enough to show it to us, so it's really cool.
Wow.
Oh.
This is
Yeah, look at the view here. This is wonderful.
the wraparound balcony. Wow.
That's got to be the shoes.
I want to go out there.
God, we're definitely going out there.
Bedroom. What a great view.
Yeah. Over there.
What do you think of this one? Good?
Breathtaking, actually.
This view is awesome.
Yeah, the view's crazy. All right, so what would you guys grade this?
S tier.
Gonna have to,
S tier. No video game talk.
I'm gonna have to give it an A+ for the
star.
view, man.
The wraparound balcony
Yeah, that
is
makes-
What would one like this
absolutely
go for?
amazing.
All right, so now we have shown you guys, so far we've talked about Prince William, Loudoun, Fairfax. We might do a little more Fairfax, and we're gonna keep going and show you some Arlington and Alexandria and keep grading it. Definitely hit that subscribe button. If you want my free relocation guide, I'll put it in the description below, but we're gonna keep going on this tour. All right, so now we're back. We're leaving Peter's area, Falls Church. Peter, what's good about living here?
I just love the convenience. If you don't have a car, there's bus stop everywhere. There's a couple of metro stops at East and West Falls Church. And then Merrifield's kind of a newer area that's technically right outside of Falls Church, which has the movie theater and upscale restaurants and bars. And then you just really have downtown Falls Church, which, you know, if you drive through it right now, there's cranes everywhere. They're giving it a huge facelift. So it's kind of on the up and up as far as upgrades are concerned. And, you know, it's just nice. There's pretty nice neighborhoods around here. I like living here. It's safe.
How much is like a house around here? Like, what's the average price, you think?
So you'll see as we're driving through the neighborhoods, there's a lot of these houses built in the 50s, your standard Cape Cod style homes that start in the low 6s. One that's been updated and is taken care of, you're probably closer to a high 6, low 7. And then you'll also see a lot of these kind of redone homes that crawl all the way up to $1 million in this neighborhood.
Nice. So it's like, and then how far are you from downtown DC? Like, not downtown, but just DC line?
Yeah, so DC is like, on a good day without traffic, you can get there in about 20, 25 minutes.
Okay, cool.
With traffic, it could be up to an hour. You know, it just really depends on the time of day and what row of rush hour you're kind of going. If you're falling against traffic, it's easier. Obviously, with traffic, it can be a nightmare.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. So now we're heading to Alexandria. Are any of you guys really familiar with Alexandria?
Not really.
Yeah, my sister-in-law lives there, so I'm, you know, driving there once every week or two, and I really love downtown Alexandria.
Yeah, me too.
You may know my love of brick and cobblestone streets and sidewalks.
You do, yeah. Were you like a time traveler? You lived in the 1600s or something?
You know, there's just a historic vibe that I think I appreciate, and you know, it's great because once you're down there, you can walk to 20, 30 different establishments. There's antique shops, there's boutique stores, great bars and restaurants, and then you got the waterfront. And then there's great views, you know, and there's history, there's museums. It's a really cool spot.
Yeah, that's a cool area. So, like, who do you think is like Falls Church? Like, what type of buyer do you think it's good for?
Falls Church, if you work at the Pentagon, if you're a federal employee, and generally at this price point, you're probably a multiple income family. And if you're trying to cut back on your commute to work, this is the perfect place for it.
Yeah.
What's nice too is most of these houses do have a quarter acre, so unlike some of these newer areas where you're dealing with your 0.1, 0.2 acre lots, you do get a little bit of a yard in most of these houses. So if you have a dog, you need a fence, or you just need a little bit of space, it's actually pretty well provided here.
How about these houses that are like built like the big colonials. Are those like 1.3 million something?
Yeah, you're easily in the millions for these. A lot of these were old 50s homes that were not taken care of, knocked down, and then new houses built upon. But they're nice. Obviously, you're going to lose some of your yard when you've got a 4,000 or 5,000 square foot house on a quarter acre, but the houses are beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. Isn't it like the richest city or something now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
the
up
city
there.
of Falls Church,
Yeah, I mean they've done a really good job of kind of getting it closer to what I think a lot of locals know Arlington to be kind of more upscale. So Falls Church is kind of chasing Arlington, I think, right now. They've kind of renamed it the Little City. There's a bunch of electric scooters and bikes that you can kind of hop onto that makes kind of traveling on foot a lot easier. And like I said, they're updating all these buildings, all the downtown areas that are just, it's kind of well needed, but it's coming along. It's fast growing.
Yeah, for sure.
What are some good local to-dos in the area?
State Theater is my favorite. They're basically famous for having really good cover bands. So if you want to spend 10 or 15 bucks on some good music, they'd also do like comedy nights. And it's kind of similar to like the 930 Club if you've been into DC or if you've seen Chris's other videos. I think he's mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like, it's just a cool club, And then from there, there's the Four Provinces, there's Dogfish Ale House, there's some really great walkable bars from there. The Falls just opened up, new upscale restaurant, Chasing Tails if you like Louisiana Southern cuisine. You want a hurricane with your seafood, that's me. We go there for special occasions.
Hurricane with a seafood.
Yeah, and then they're kind of like updating all these little shopping centers. They're kind of updating. They just actually demolished a shopping center right on 50 and Annandale. They knocked the whole thing down. So they're rebuilding that completely. And you've heard me complain about the beige 80s, 70s shopping centers.
You will not shop if the aesthetics look bad.
I'm just saying, so they're
really big aesthetics.
They're doing good work. And what's great about Falls Church is unless you're in downtown, there's not too many buildings that go more than a story or two. So you really get a good skyline view everywhere you're at in here, which I appreciate. And
what's that neighborhood that's like right out that has its own water?
That's Lake Barcroft.
Yeah, Lake Barcroft's nice.
Lake Barcroft, if you've got a waterfront spot there, you're talking multiple millions. Really, really pretty stuff. I think we've walked that before, Chris.
Yeah, we have.
You can get right on the lake. You get access to it. It's a private lake, so you can't just walk up on it unless you have the neighborhood pass there. So you don't need to have a lakefront property to live there and potentially fish, kayak, canoe, in obviously the warmer months.
What was that one Irish bar and restaurant, was it, that we had lunch at the one time?
That was Four Provinces.
That one had amazing squash soup. I'm pretty sure it's seasonal, so they don't serve it year round, but to this day, I haven't had anything better yet.
That's right. Yep.
All right, so what grade would you give Falls Church?
I'll give it a B. I just, there's a part of me that likes the space in the country a little bit more. But I will say the choice of, restaurants, I could eat at a different place every night for a year. There's just so many fusion restaurants, really good cuisine, the convenience to the city. Difficult to park, a little bit crowded, but it'll be otherwise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of having to struggle to find parking when I go out somewhere.
Thank you, someone with sense.
Last time I went to a movie at Reston Town Center, I was surprised how bad the parking was there. Like I had to park in a parking garage and walk all far in the freezing cold.
Yeah, they just built a Whole Foods in downtown Falls Church, and they have like an Amazon return booth there. So I went to Whole Foods for my first time to return some packages. And it took us 20 minutes to get in and out of the garage there for like a 5-minute stop. Yeah, so, a little bit of a pain in the butt. But, you kind of, once you factor that in, it's fine. At least there's a spot to drop off packages. And it's cool that we have a Whole Foods now. But, it's kind of just, you just kind of have to expect it. You kind of build it in and it becomes fine.
Yeah, I feel like this area, you definitely have to factor in, not getting anywhere in a hurry.
Yeah, it's all an exchange, right? You're closer to everything, but it's definitely going to be slower.
100%.
Alexandria, I feel like is pretty big. It actually spreads and touches Springfield, so it looks a lot different everywhere else, from the old town to the regular.
Yeah, it's got a couple of different vibes to it out in Alexandria. A great spot for a date night, like you were mentioning, especially with the water features. Visit a nice restaurant, walk along the water. There's always somebody out there playing an instrument or something like that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we enjoy it. We go out there pretty frequently for date nights, for old friend meetups.
They're getting that they're getting that Virginia Tech campus too there. You'll see it when we go down here.
Nice.
The innovation campus.
Alexandria?
Yeah, the innovation. It's like $1 billion campus.
Nice.
Yeah, and kind of how I mentioned Falls Church, a lot of it was built up in the 50s. Alexandria is so much older, so you'll get those really cool old brick apartment buildings that kind of have that like New York loft feel.
Yeah.
With the brick walls, but at the same time, the AC and heat might not be perfect for you. But
you got the cobblestone streets.
But you got the cobblestone streets, yeah. And the 6-foot parking spot. Yeah, we've done a lot of business in Alexandria. I love being there.
Yeah, we do a lot in there.
It really is great. I mean, if you are a social person and want to be in the middle of it, it's the perfect place to be.
The cool thing is they have that water taxi into DC. So
yes.
You can ride that. You can ride the metro.
Yeah, or across there to get from probably where we're going, you get that nice view of National Harbor straight to Southern Maryland. You got MGM Casino, you've got the Gaylord Hotel, and they've got some really cool nightlife and kind of libations going on in that little center there.
Yeah. Hopefully it's going to beat all the traffic here early enough.
Yeah, that's one thing I would like is being able to get into DC a lot easier, a lot quicker, instead of having to drive all the way up multiple highways to get there. That would be, it's definitely a trade-off though, because everyday life, out towards, my way is just, it's a lot easier to get around. It's not going to take you 20 minutes to go drop off an Amazon package or go to the post office. Grocery stores are, fairly easy to get in and out of, unless you're going to Costco.
Yeah, you might as well just forget about it if you're going to Costco.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is, as a Falls Church resident, I can get to Gainesville, right, or Haymarket, in about the same time as I can get to Alexandria sometimes, despite the major difference in mileage. And if you look at Alexandria on the map, you really do kind of see that it's off the beaten path a little bit as far as getting you off of 95, off of the major thoroughfares, which makes it harder to get to if you don't live there, but it's much better to live in Alexandria because you're not dealing with the through traffic as much. It's kind of its own little island of self-sufficiency, or efficiency, I guess I should say.
All right, so now we're on the Beltway here, the fun road.
Yeah, at least they finally stretched the Easy Pass lane on the other side of the Beltway.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's finally open. They've been working on it since I was a child.
10 years ago.
Yeah. When I first got my license.
Yeah, we're just a mile or so away. It's not on this high. It's the next highway over off this exit here. The classic Northern Virginia meme where it's like this sign, everyone knows this sign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
50 signs.
Yeah, 50, 495, 395, 29, 95, 90.
Yeah.
You got to go south to go north. You got to go north to go south.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it'll be a 3-lane exit, but the exit you need to take after that is immediate. So good luck jumping all the way over.
That's what's really random about Alexandria. There's like new townhouses right there, and then there's other apartments coming up. There's always something new springing up.
Yeah, it is crazy how it changes from street to street.
Oh yeah.
Alexandria is also the only place where I've been able to find those like apartment townhomes where they're technically under like a condominium, but it looks like a townhouse. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot of those
there's a ton
around
in Gainesville.
Yeah, there's a lot in Gainesville.
I've only ever seen that in Alexandria so far.
Yeah, I think the word I like to use here for business is eclectic. It's a very eclectic city.
Look at this cobblestone.
I mean, you go from, historic downtown to brand new condominiums to heads up.
So the thing with, if you're looking in Alexandria to move here, don't look in Old Town Alexandria. It's all like multi-million-dollar. I mean, you can, and just give me a call when you do it, but it's like all multi-million-dollar places. There's plenty of places that aren't super crazy expensive. And then the street was named the most beautiful street in America.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is if you're looking to buy in Alexandria, you're thinking about like Delray, Rosemont is kind of where we backlick run, like these Huntington, these back kind of off the coast, a little more Weston, are going to be in like a normal price range. As you get closer to the waterfront, the price just goes up and up. Every block, your price increases a little bit as you get closer to the water. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could walk by anything, a dry cleaner, a salon, a grocery store, restaurant, barber. It's like every mile there's going to be a repeat of all of these things. So no matter where you live, the convenience is insane.
Yeah, I would say they probably got a median sales price of like $680 in here, because there's a lot of condos.
Yeah.
Older condos, older townhomes. There you got like your bikes that you can do.
Yeah.
Capital bikes.
Yeah, if you want something newer, the townhomes start in like the sevens, go up into the millions. Condos kind of run all over the place, and then a single family home, you're looking at, $900 minimum.
So if you guys, where would you guys rather live, Alexandria or Arlington?
Alexandria, for sure.
Alexandria.
Arlington.
Yeah.
I think Alexandria's probably got more to offer.
Yeah.
Definitely more expensive for sure, but it's got more to offer. It gives more city vibe as well, but I feel like it's not as jam-packed as Falls Church is most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do historic downtown Alexandria, no question. If money's not an issue, that's where I'm living. And just Arlington is super nice, but like I was saying earlier about Alexandria kind of being on its own little island in a way. Arlington, you're in the heart of 50, 66, 29. All these major arteries running into DC run right through Arlington, so you got to deal with that. But Arlington's big, right? So there are places. There's some really, just breathtaking.
Yeah, look at all these townhouses right here are really nice.
Yeah, same here in Alexandria. There's just some really, if you just know where to look. And that's why you got to call us, because we'll tell you where.
Yeah, we'll tell you where to look. And you got some of these older row houses here. You guys ever seen the Spite House before?
No.
All right, I'll show you that.
Thought you were talking about my house for a second, man.
No, yeah, that's the other Spite House.
We
You guys, I'm gonna give you guys a little history lesson then while we're driving around here.
All right.
Yeah, so you're seeing like all these places you can walk. Yeah, like the water's about half a mile up here.
My grandfather used to cut hair around here for 40 years.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
you got the scooters, electronic scooters over here.
Yeah, if only they had those when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Did you see the report that came out that says commuter traffic increased like something like 15% in 2025 over 2024?
And DC.
Yeah, ever since they built the toll roads, the confidence in commuter traffic has increased quite a bit.
Yeah.
So there's actually more cars on the road this year than last, which means it's growing too, which is great.
Yeah. There's I think next year is going to be good because hopefully all that Doge stuff is gone.
Right. Yeah, what we need is just confidence in the market.
Yeah. So these are like all the original here, and these are probably what, $1 million at least, right? I would think.
Yeah, if you're gonna own the entire unit for sure, if it's a full townhome,
Yeah.
or a duplex. Some of these you can get into the sevens, depending on the condition.
Yeah, this is an A to me around here. Like especially if you have a garage or like a parking spot, you're set.
Yeah, what are we, like 4 or 5 blocks from the waterfront?
If,
so
yeah.
basically, every block gets just, to me, it gets nicer and nicer and nicer. This is one too where you see a lot of people. You get investors that really want to buy the grandma's been living here since the 50s. It's finally getting sold. It hasn't been updated ever. And
Arlington's like that a lot.
yeah,
too.
so you dump $100,000 and $200,000 in something that's never been updated since 1950 or 60, and it turns into $1 million. You get it in at 7, get out at $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was me and I was like a working professional and I had the money to like a family, I would, and I was like had to be in DC or Alexandria, would definitely be top tier.
Yeah.
I think Arlington's a little tough. It can be a younger crowd in some pockets, like for people with their first jobs.
Yes, 100%. Well, you got Crystal City and Pentagon City right there, and that's where you get a bunch of the young professionals. I also really love the old churches in here. Every block has some crazy history.
Like an old cathedral.
Yeah, exactly.
I was actually just looking at that. I saw a sign saying Basilica of St. Mary.
What is this guy
was it?
doing here? So water's right straight ahead.
Yeah, they got a lot of good spots down here.
Yeah.
Especially with the brick and cobblestone streets and sidewalks. It's a great vibe for date night.
I've never heard the word cobblestone streets so much in my life.
Hey man, I'm just trying to set new trends here.
Yeah. So yeah, this is like all waterfront. You'll see people walking around everywhere. You got all new over here. And then I always pull up right over here and you can turn around. But yeah, there's like a little boathouse restaurant.
Yeah, I went to this place here up on the left.
Yeah, but I mean, you can take a water taxi right into DC or get an Uber to the metro, be home quickly. They're going to be doing a lot of building over here. And then they got this cool little park area.
Yeah, a little boat club.
Yeah, boat club over here. And you can see like all the electronic scooters. Yeah, this is going to be big bucks right over here.
Yeah, for sure.
Like here's your cobblestone streets there, Peter.
If you need a place to park your mini yacht, this is the place you want to live.
Yeah, mine's over there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, look how cool this is.
Yeah, and there's some great cigar bars. You can smoke inside. You don't see a lot of that anymore. There's a few of those around here. And you got the museum right down the street from here, the old Naval Yard Museum.
So this is the street right here that's absolutely like beautiful there.
Mm-hmm.
If we had time, I'd walk you guys up and down here, but so.
They always do something for the holidays. They do something for Halloween. They do something for the 4th of July.
So this guy was sick of people taking their horse and carriages up his driveway through the alley.
It's two blocks up on the left.
So he built a little tiny house
To block
the alley, and they call it the Spite House.
Nice.
Someone lives there now still. I mean, this was like in the 1800s when he did it. So this is really cool, man. Look how beautiful this is. Like I said, this is going to be big bucks, but you can definitely, like, these are going to be really expensive on Queen Street here. But there's Founders Park there. That's a nice, like, you can see all the waterfront. And if you guys are wondering, if we put a drone in the air, it would get shot down because we're right next to national airports, like where they fly in at.
That's right.
And then obviously you have Washington, D.C. But yeah, I mean, you can just tell like it's all kept up well, nice over here. Restaurants everywhere.
Yeah, this is one of those great walkable cities.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like the people that live here never move.
There's just so much convenience to it.
Yeah.
Being able to just, not even have to own a car and just, you can get any and everywhere you need to.
Here it is. Look at that little tiny blue house.
Love
That's
it.
the Spite House?
Yeah.
Love it.
Dude,
Yes.
Yeah, you walk in the living room, I'm touching both sides.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So what do you guys think of Alexandria now that you haven't seen it much? Peter, you haven't seen it much. Or maybe you have, I'm just saying that. But what do you guys think?
I mean, the waterfront part of it is nice. I prefer a place where I don't have to struggle for parking.
Yeah, the cool thing is you can go up the George Washington Parkway here now and go right into DC or Arlington, which we're about to do when I show them. And that's going to be our final stop. This is going to be a good video.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna give Alexandria a full-on A+.
Yeah, I'm giving Alexandria an A too. And the thing is, you can go like a little further out in Alexandria and get a brand new townhouse for $1 million. That's like 4 levels.
Yeah, I don't think I'd really have a problem with the parking situation in an area like this.
No, you're not gonna
just
really.
because even if you did own a car and you don't need to use it every day.
Like look at these luxury condos they're building. That's real nice. They're tearing all that down.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, once you live here, the only reason you're leaving is to visit family because your friends are coming to see you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very self-sustained. You got everything you can ever
Everything
need.
around you.
The cool thing is you could be at the DC museums in like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. You can take a water taxi.
Yeah. I wouldn't take it right now.
No, I probably want it to be
my ass
above.
off.
Yeah, you probably want it to be above 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are like
So there you go,
this is a
DC.
super nice neighborhood.
4.5 miles.
Yeah.
And you've got Reagan Airport right down the road.
Plus, there are some in like suburb style, like single family home, 8-9 million, you know, and it's just you go there. Like I'll go for my nephews for trick or treating and stuff, and it's just or the 4th of July, and it's just super family friendly. Really kind of like on an island. These great neighborhoods that are just kind of tucked away. You wouldn't even realize it driving through it like we are. But if you actually turn in and out of some of these neighborhoods, some of them offer so much.
Yeah, I would say, and you guys chime in on this, if you've got like a family with 4 kids and you're looking to like where your kids go to school and do travel baseball, football, all that, the Arlington and Alexandria wouldn't be great. You need like where you carpool all the time. Like you need like to be out in Gainesville, Ashburn, Woodbridge,
Loudoun County, something like that. Yeah, for sure. This wouldn't be the area.
If you're like a working professional with like an infant, you can definitely like be around here. But if you've got like teenagers, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I'd say, you know, if you had kids that age and were doing sports and things like that, more times than not, they're self-sufficient. You know, where they don't need to be, you know, they're probably walking places to get things done, you know. Yeah. But you definitely would want to be in a different area.
Those are brand new town out condos in there. We did a video on them, and those were like $3 million inside that building. It's like but they've got like every amenity you could ever imagine. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of YouTube viewers will ask me that. They'll say, hey, my daughter's like in competitive cheer, or my son's really good at football, and then I'm like, yeah, you're gonna need to be, or they're on the travel baseball team, like you're gonna need to be in the suburbs for that.
That is why I fixate on the parking situation so much, because the average American family has between 2 to 3 cars each. So, I mean, just me and my partner, fiance, whatever you want to call him, we don't have a family yet. It's just the 2 of us, and we have 2 cars between the 2 of us. So it's going to be difficult to figure out a living situation here.
Have you guys ever been to the park where the plane just flies right over you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
I haven't, but
oh, man, I think it's cool.
Yeah,
dude.
we used to go when we were kids all the time.
I got a video that went viral. I had my 360 camera.
That's right. I remember you doing that.
Like, yeah.
I think it's called, Gravely Point?
Yeah, Gravely Point, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a really, really cool spot. If you remember the scene from...
you see that Virginia Tech campus right there?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's all going to be like high-tech jobs training. That's where the Wizards Stadium was going to be.
Crazy.
Yeah, then it fell out, obviously. No, is this Arlington right here, right? Or this still Alexandria?
Yeah, we're crossing into Arlington at this point. So we're leaving Alexandria into Arlington.
So I would say if you're going to move to Arlington, you definitely could be like a 20-something going to the bars there and to DC. You're going to have plenty of friends. Or like a younger family. And then the other is there's a lot of retirees in Arlington, believe it or not. There's a lot of like 55-plus condo communities.
Yep.
So...
And, you know, again, there's just these neighborhoods that once you get off the main highway and off these main arteries, you just be shocked at how beautiful some of these older neighborhoods are. But yeah, if you're a young professional and you're okay with condo apartment living, there are some really cool spots here.
Yeah, I was on a plane ride coming back from Vegas, and the guy next to me he was like, "Oh yeah, I just ride the metro from Arlington to Reagan for every flight."
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Super convenient.
Or it's a $5 Uber because you're only going a mile.
And then you can see all the people jogging right off the Potomac here.
Yeah, and just to our left kind of starts on the other side of the highway is Crystal City.
Yeah.
Which is really like a self-sustained condo neighborhood, bars, restaurants, high-rises, and just upscale all around.
Yeah, here's Gravely Point right here, Vince.
Nice.
Yeah, see this guy taking off here on the right.
Yeah, and just a short 25 minute drive from Falls Church to this airport here at Reagan, so.
Yeah, it's a good spot. I will say, Vin, you guys would know this too. I feel like the progression is people will graduate high school, college, they'll move to Arlington, and then they eventually settle out in Ashburn, Gainesville, Woodbridge. Is that what you guys? That's what most of my friends did.
A lot of people do. I've got a couple of friends that actually did do that. They moved to Arlington, you know, going to college, you know, when they get out, they get their first job, save up, and then, you know, then when they're buying a home, they're moving right back out to where they came from.
Yeah.
It's just the ease, you know, like you say, if you're going to start a family, you know, it's a better area to be in, as far as, you know, if you're going to be, you know, have your kids carpooling with some of the neighbors, or, you know, gymnastics and cheer and football and soccer and all that kind of good stuff. Just a better area. It's more suited for that.
When I first got into real estate, they said that was never going to happen. They said that everyone our age would want to live in the city and not have a car, and then the exact same opposite thing happened. That's why they never they built so many condo buildings. They thought that's how everybody would want to live. Then once everybody got older, they're like, oh, I want a yard, I want a garage.
Yeah, I mean, when you're younger, you don't want any of those things. Less responsibility, nothing that you have to take care of around the home. Just lock up and go out for the day, you know?
Yeah, so we're getting close to the Pentagon, Arlington Cemetery. I can see the Key Bridge. I can even see the Kennedy Center, which I think they're going to be doing a bunch of work to that. I don't know what they're building here.
It looks like that's where they take apart airplanes or something. See that?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Apart.
Something big.
That's what it looks like. Taking it apart.
Got your Jefferson Memorial, got the Watergate Hotel.
Watergate Hotel. I didn't do it.
That's right. Not a crook. Also, something that is understated, I think, is Amtrak and your access to hop on a train and go anywhere on the East Coast, and there in all the connecting out west as well.
Yeah, my uncle just recently did the one where they take your car. So I would say, if you're watching this and you're like considering this area, keep in mind, I mean, if you were going to work out here, anywhere outside of the Beltway, you're going to be sitting in a lot of traffic going the opposite way, you know?
Yeah, rush hour around here is not fun.
No. I mean, it's 1:30 and you can already see it starting to get packed up.
Well, this George Washington Memorial Parkway we're on is kind of a still pretty decent kept secret. It does move during rush hour, which is nice.
Yeah, you could keep going this and that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep going and take 66 to go over by Boston, but right there's Georgetown to the right. So we're still...
Yeah, I love Georgetown.
Yeah, Georgetown's awesome.
Lots to do. Great shops.
Oh, the college kids too. It's just a unique experience.
Go Hoyas.
Another cathedral. Yeah, it's nice to be able to go catch a game.
Yeah. The Hoyas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't they play the
Capital
Wizards?
One. Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're heading right back into Arlington. It's beautiful around here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is the area where if you're going to get a single family home, again, kind of eclectic, you know, you got the Cape Cods all the way up to the Colonials.
Yeah, you can get so much. I mean, I think a house minimum you're at 1.2 million for a single family in here.
It's going to be a penny or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking at community like Woodmont, Dover, Crystal, Riverwood, or like some really good neighborhoods.
Yeah, so now we're getting in here to Arlington. You can see some of these houses here. Look at that. All kinds of different houses.
Yeah, I mean, they got townhomes around here, $1.5 million.
Yeah.
And they got dunks around here.
So now we're pulling into Boston, like, area.
Boston's still a great area. Still good walking score.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Clarendon too.
Yeah, Clarendon. You got Clarendon Ballroom.
Before I got married in my 20s and early 30s, I loved Clarendon and Boston.
Oh yeah, I used to go there. I tore up the dance floor every night.
Yeah, that's right.
The women went nuts. It was like Saturday Night Fever, that movie.
I know.
Took my shirt off and
To the dance floor, Chris Colgan.
Yeah, before I ever met you, I think I knew who you were. The legend precedes you.
Yeah, exactly, dude. My abs would come out of the shirt. Why are you guys laughing at that? It's not funny.
Oh, man.
So yeah, you could see like there's so many different housing out. And the cool thing is if you wanted a high-rise condo, you could have one too, you know?
Yep.
Right.
Some of these are still relatively affordable too.
Yeah.
You know, you're still in the threes really in a lot of these apartment condo style places.
My negative with Arlington is the parking situation here is really bad. So you definitely, if you don't have a house with a driveway, you're definitely going to not have a car.
Yeah, or just fear every night you park on the street.
You're going to get towed.
That somebody's going to hit you or you're going to get towed. Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody.
It's all about knowing your parking situation.
But you can tell, like, we're in an older neighborhood that's probably all these homes have been renovated, and then now looking right ahead, you've got high-rise condos.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess we're on Nelson Street. Yeah, you got like Park right here. So what are you guys thinking? If our final grade is going to be Arlington. So you got to figure, you got to include Amazon HQ2s here, Crystal City with Reagan, and you've got all the nice shopping, dining. You got Pentagon City, you got the Pentagon. What would you guys rank Arlington?
Yeah, I would say if you're close to a metro or in Pentagon or Crystal City, it's an A easily. And there's just certain areas that can be a little bit tight, where your score drops a little bit, but I give the overall score for the entire city of Arlington like a B+.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say, actually.
Yeah, I'd say a B+ as well.
Yeah, I was going to give it an A just because of the ease of access for everything. There's lots to do. I mean, we just passed a park that's got basketball courts, a baseball field.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots for everyone to do. Yeah, I would give it an A.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, this is, you feel like you're in a big city, but you're not. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a big city, but it's not.
And like Peter was saying, there is still some affordability around here as well. So
Yeah,
that's
there
nice.
is. It can get pretty far back there too. Like it gets pretty big. So, and then you've got metro access pretty much everywhere that you can think of. And you could be like at the Kennedy Center within like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You also got my favorite restaurant up here on the right,
What was it, Don Tita?
Carbonara.
Carbonara. All right, well, that's where we're going for lunch. We go to Hard Times in Boston if you want.
yeah.
Haven't been there since I was 29 years old.
Yes, sir. So what do you guys, anything else that you would tell a viewer about Arlington they need to know? Like, I would say if you're a younger person, like renting, this would be awesome, definitely. If you're a young family, great. Or if you're a retiree, everybody else, I probably would go a little bit further out in the suburbs. Unless you just like you don't care about traffic and everything.
Yeah, I would agree. Unless you are, if you find a spot and you're working right next to it, then you're living a life. It's a perfect place.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're commuting anyways, I would. If it was me personally, I'd move further west.
Yeah, this is really nice over here. You got like the One Life, you got the Capitals practice facility. There's like, there's this part of Boston, and you can see there's tons of people walking around.
One of the big questions too is, the difference between 95 and 66, and I'll tell you, traffic going north and south is way worse than traffic going east to west.
Yeah.
So naturally, from Arlington, you go to Falls Church, then to Vienna, then to Oakton, then you're in Fairfax, then Centerville, Manassas, Haymarket, Gainesville. So kind of in that order. The further you go out, the more space, the more affordable, and you're dealing with 66 where traffic is bad, but not 95 bad.
All right, so before we end the video, Mal, like where's like your specialty? Like what areas, if someone was watching, they wanted to contact you, like what areas do you know well?
I would say Sterling, Ashburn, Chantilly, Centerville, and I'm slowly upping my knowledge on the Strasburg area now that I live there.
Front Royal and Linden area.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Peter?
Yeah, anywhere Fairfax, Prince William County, it's definitely my specialty. Out in Arlington, Alexandria, Springfield all the time. I live in Falls Church. I grew up in Haymarket, so I know Prince William County like the back of my hand, and I actually lived in Fauquier for a bunch of years as well. So as somebody who's just from the area, there's not a spot that I couldn't tell you a little bit about.
Vince, what about you?
Yeah, I'd have to say my specialty areas would be Culpeper County, Fauquier County, Prince William County. Yeah, very strong in those three places. Front Royal, Winchester, I can tell you about as well. And Chantilly. Everything else further up north, closer to DC, not so much, but we're getting there.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's easy to learn it really quickly. And then me, I just know everything. It's like, I'm good at everything.
That's why we have you.
The legend, the
Very
myth.
humble.
I know everything, and you tell me you're going to move to Hawaii, I'll know to tell you where to go.
Oh yeah, Oahu is a great time, great place this time of year.
I don't even use
yeah.
ChatGPT. I just pay Chris $20 a month.
Yeah,
Answer all
exactly.
my questions.
Exactly.
I know a couple great realtors there in Oahu.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're still watching the video at this point, I just want to thank you because you just spent an hour with these crazy people. But definitely hit that subscribe button. We're going back to Peter's house now.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.